name's The Wizard of Oz. This is Real Talk Battles. We're at the 8th birthday event. Brisbane, one more time. Make some fucking noise in this motherfucker. We're going to shout out some sponsors with my man Preach.
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Fresh Ink, Safe Clothing, Broke Gang, and Kenny Crooks. We getting it on. What's up?
Let's go. Make some noise for the sponsors. Yo! All the sponsors that make this fucking dope-ass event, they help us make it happen. We make it happen, but they help a little bit, alright? Without any further hesitation, we're getting into our next battle. We're into the motherfucking deep end. On the left-hand side, you know this man makes a noise. Actually, you can introduce yourself.
Ted. Hey yo, Imperial Collective. Shout out my brother Bo. It's his birthday, plus he came to the event with me, man. Let's go. Yo, ready?
On the right-hand side, all the way from across the Tasman, introduce yourself.
What's up, Real Talk Tron?
Let's go.
30.
We had your coin flip backstage. Ted won and said, fuck it, I'm gonna go first. So it's first round on Ted. When you're ready, let's do it. Alright, now we're ready, let's go.
6 months ago, you're doubting me. Say every battle I was getting 3-0'd. Well, last time was your reality check. I was all guns out of nowhere like GTA with the cheat codes. I took a shot and bust through the door like Al Pacino. Now dude's out here trying to eat off my plate. But just getting the crumbs gonna batter his ego. He can't keep up with me. There's nothing to we quote. Tron's top 16 or his friends on Bebo. So he just gonna try and bully me. And that's something that we know, but that shit would never get under my skin. Either way, I could have faced it like Steve-O. You think you could bully me, bro? Well, I'd get aggressive too, just so that we're equal. I creep up on him and let my hands do the talking. Like Italian people. Can't you go wish your plane crashed in stray waters? Cause I'ma do him like Richard Hadley the second he crossed a border. I know you got an image to uphold, and losing to me might be pain for you, but Twiz said to rip his heart out on stage. And that was a order. He tried this my Bob Ross video because it was about World of Warcraft. That's how I know this guy's on some giant pussy steeds. But I'm still fucking frightened of him, because when he goes home, he's gonna cyber bully me. Shit's just like marriage equality. I'ma chuck it to the public and let them decide when I push this pleb aside. All your tough talk solo. You only pop in a toolie with your friends online and only started battle rapping through calling people faggots on Xbox Live. Or seen the movie Tron, that's where his real life and persona combined, because he'd been living through the games this entire time. Like what this nerd got, a switchblade for the cutting, he hit my rib cage with a punching, he pull out a sword and his computer freezes from the way he's been spit. He's just being creative with his bars though. That's how we quickly frame the discussion. He's out here at her 8th birthday trying to pin his tails on something. Hey, yo, you lost the 1 ounce title match to someone who didn't say a word for a whole round. That's why this guy's a joke. Because he's so shit, he can't even win by default. That means complete silence was better than any scheme I can quote. Bro, they did you like Michael Hutchins. Because he got beat off at choke. And he brings it up every time he's on camera like, cunt, are you done crying? You fucking fat and lost the biggest battle of your life. How much do you hate the words crunch time? Maybe it's because you spent a whole round telling people not to do meth. Where did you bring something so conscious together? You used exploiting addicts' pain as a way to sway the judges in such a desperate measure. The ironic thing is, if you were living like them, you probably could have gone to champ from contender, because with that ice running through your veins, you could have handled the pressure. Yeah, he's from Nelson, New Zealand, and out there doing the most fucked up drugs is the biggest flex. So the ice on their wrist is just some shit they gon' sniff at events. They ain't even got currency, just trade a bit of sex with crystal meth. Y'all see Nelson with the smackheads? That's it, it's back to Winnipeg. You a 15-year-old deathcore rapper living through the body of a white Shrek. Say if you did become champ at his first big event, he start rapping like, yo, I stabbed 6 dudes at DEF CON. And they pan to the crowd and can't help but wonder where all the fans gone. I guess they didn't see you as someone they could build a brand from, because if they really fucked with your energy, then they would elect Tron. That title matches his whole life. Now every battle in between is rapping with teen angst and being awkward. Run around to other leagues, give a one-round piss weak performance. That shit parked him. We ain't see him moving forward. The platform ran him into the wall like 9 3/4. Let's go.
Let's go, round one.
I did battle Damascus and lose, but now he's in Auckland battling Booze, and I'm here battling you on one of the best cards in the fucking Southern Hemisphere, so it's not hard to see who won that feud. And just the fact that I've had a title match, so I've done a hell of a lot fucking more than you. So zip it, dude, before you get your fucking lips split in two and I'll end up battling another dude with a fucking missing tooth. Shit! Happy birthday, Real Talk! Now, this might be a bit of a style clash, but I ain't gonna act like this matchup isn't fire, because Ted's really been doing his numbers. Bet. That last battle, ooh, you had Creepy J stretched. Young Rollerblades here, always got the pen on deck, as well as keeping the t-shirt game way fresh. But that's not all. He's also incorporated his own Metro Kid style of the PG step, as well as linking up with Imperial Collect. Good look, bro. Your crew are good cunts, so respect. Real talk, this dude was next. But notice I said was, to sound specific, because now Ted's in over his head. He's swimming with one of the big fish in the South Pacific. On that jaws, you gonna need a bigger boat tip, but it won't matter with what I plot. Of course I get it cracked and you'll get your boat split. And I'm a Kiwi, so we might play on that whole fucking sheep angle, which is a played out fable. But I do still kind of find it funny if anything did happen to those sheep, they wind up on your father's dinner table. So if he says anything to do with sheep, it's a load of shit. But it is a bit of a coincidence, because I'm the fucking goat, bitch. Now, that might be a bit of a reach, but that should always be the goal, to try and be one of the greatest when it comes to quote what you spit. And you got a quality pen, but fuck all else to go with it. On stage, with the physical presence of a tall midget, only ever one bad daughter reference away from getting bodied by your opponent's missus. And that's a fucking fact. So I don't know what the fuck you doing here trying to kick it with me. You just ain't got the tools to go up against this light-skinned moldy boy here for that MVP spot. I ain't come to play with fools. In it for the craft. I couldn't care less about stardom. Dustin Martin here to play by the Australian rules. Yeah. And as far as getting rid of bodies, y'all should know that I'm nice with the disposals. Flew into Brisbane, planning to go postal. Now I got this fruit and a plum, the way about to take these knees, and I ain't talking about a proposal. In his head, it bounced off the fucking ground before my boot hits like a drop kick. He's dead, and whatever he got to say ain't gonna be enough to stop it. I got a one-way ticket on the highway to hell with Ted's name on it, so you should just swallow what you're about to spew and fucking die from it like Bon Scott did. Now watch as I own Bok Kid. I fucking snap him in two right before I eat like takeaway chopsticks. I see they don't want it with 30. I bring his whole circle deaf soon as they step into the mosh pit. And that ain't it. His bitch could get it too. The quick 1-2 send his bimbo flying like Britney and Toxic. And listening to Ted here rap, about as enticing as a cup of hot piss. So go ahead, bro, spit that hella creative, witty shit, at the same time as making sure none of us really want to listen to it. Go.
Yo, they gas you in your own country, but that shit will never faze me. Cause they fuck with me out there. If this shit was in New Zealand, I'd still be getting crazy. Cause overseas, my lines are buzzing in their headphones like Cassie Sainsbury. Ooh. But he's still gonna use coming out as an excuse like Kevin Spacey. Show you that everything you say online has its repercussions. Like I was supposed to battle gibberish, but he took so many pouting selfies that he actually started ducking. You were He took so many pouting selfies that he actually started ducking. You were fourth string replacement. Nobody that we fucked with. You getting this work like an Enron employee. You just making up the numbers. Like, need I remind you, no one was trying to see you on this event. I'm the only reason he got a stamp in his passport, but that's a fact that he'll neglect. Without me, he'd be at home eating snacks in his bed because his name doesn't hold weight in Oz. He ain't got an ounce of respect. Like, this is the first time in 6 months this loser's left his fucking home because anything outside is fucking outside of his comfort zone. You would trade heart disease for video game health. Like, I try to help him, but it's hard to console anyone whose whole life's been sitting on the shelf. Even Tron Sounds like the Transformer who had to stay at home because he was too shit to save the world. And it's fitting because a Transformer's the only way he was gonna make something out himself. A little gas got him buzzed like a canister of whipped cream, but when he stepped into the stage, he turned into a pipsqueak. That's because we already seen this bitch peak, man. Even my ceiling's covered in bodies like the Sistine. He got one stagnant style, we never see him shift speeds. I go scary on him like a Thriller scene, or style on him like Billie Jean. Graduates, I'm connecting with everyone in between. Ted got it covered like the Kanye trilogy. Fuck Drop 30. Most of you, most of you guys are kind of fat. How about you start working out and drop 30 pounds? Wait, I use ounces and pounds, because they imperial measurements. To imperial, they just ain't measure up. Drop 30. Man, I ain't seen a battle you've convincingly won. So how about you rename yourselves the debatable 2-1s? Because troops get killed 300 times a year, it's like you step into Xerxes. You try to see all these different characters in one person, but still struggled with Murphy. That's why I think the crew name might need some rewording, because ESPN's the only time we've seen a 30 for 30.
Let's go, round 2.
You must have been high as fuck when you made that painting video. trying to look like Bob Ross, whoever the fuck that is. It ended up looking and sounding more like Carrot Top whacked off paint thinners. Using them whack-ass props, trying to clown the shit I be rapping, which is actually funny, because I'm here to get props for actually rapping, whereas you be talking in rhyme. This is battle rap, but in your case, the rapping, serious decline. You can't even take what he does and start comparing it to mine. Our class swag used to tension, so we already know who's better at writing lines. But if this was beef, you'd be living in darkness till I turned you to veal. But this is the dude that was talking about gun-butting Creepy J. Like, boy, are you for real? You look like your wrist would snap pulling the toy out of a Happy Meal. And you won't catch me talking about how I got the toolie busting or I clapped the steel. But if the fam need to eat, then his whole squad getting jacked like Russian track and field. But y'all know the dude. This is the guy that'll slide in your Mrs. DM on rollerblades and have your girl feeling all faint when he offers to teach you how to paint. But that shit was pretty hard case, bro. It was pretty hard case. Shit, it was hard case. It was hard case.
Hard shit, Tron.
Get it.
But young rollerblades, eh? Well, that's how you're moving? Well, what a waste. Because everybody knows any bump in the road or something small as a stone could have you fall flat on your face. And to me that translates to meaning it'd take nothing to make him fold. So if he really gets rocked, that'll slow his roll. And is it me? Or does Ted look like his mum was an 80s Aussie rock groupie? Probably out the back of gigs giving Jimmy Barnes Blumpkins. And this might be going to a little of an excess, but I just thought of something. With that long hair of yours, you do look like your dad could have been Michael Hutchins. But nah, I actually fuck with Ted. And I know yous do too. So I wasn't sure if y'all really wanted to see me bully dude. Even though I came to flex with 3 Heat 32s. That's a hot 96. I guess I'm only one below beloved in a grey hoodie mood. Add that up and it'll pop your top like headshot bullet wounds. Bullheaded, on your block, Morpheus-ish, dressed in black suede that's bulletproof. And if you end up here, best know you ain't going nowhere. My notepad, like the Matrix construct loading program. Page all white till I fill it with whatever I need to give you a toe tag. And I'm a fucking destroyer like Conan up against another sucker like Kojak. Comparing our flows, that's the hot to the cold tap. And I throw the cross after the long jab, have his eyes rolling back and his head from the contact. Binary rap, speaking code like when you're texting your contact. The pin a linchpin versus have him hanging from a rope like choreographed combat. And fuck young rollerblades, you're getting smoked. I'm about to roll and blaze, it's a chop shop. And if Ted's the one getting cut, to us you ain't even gotta pay. And I'm nice with the angle grinder, that's how I spend my days. So watch me take 2 circles out of center, cause that's how you grind on rollerblades.
Go.
sound funny when you rap. This shit's getting on my nerve. Because for you to get a whole round out takes a fucking year. Why son rapping like the herb? You have an incredible ability to make one line seem like it's an entire verse. It's like Tron never learnt the difference between a syllable and a word. You're wasting too much time. How is he one of the best in NZ when there's not many punches in the shit that he scribed? He's Ashton Kutcher in Punk'd, relying on a setup to get him some shine. I gotta skip to the end of the video just to get to the punch like a schoolyard fight. Yo, mobile technology changed our lives and that's facts. The way we interact with people and reach new audiences when we spat raps. And how's Tron taking advantage of all this? Well, he said he got a Snapchat full of porn stars. Like you watching porn on Snapchat? Sounds like you sending dick pics to D-list celebrities and they ain't snapped back. Like what are you actually bragging about? Could you please help me understand? Is it jerking off or sending unsolicited dick pics as a desperate fan? Maybe it's just convenient because the videos only have a 10-second span. Either that or he got confused when someone said that you get porn secondhand. I mean, just use Snapchat functionally to understand how desperate and sad that you are. He going through his stories like, oh, Michael bought a new car. Jessica's taking a dog for a walk in the park. And Mia Khalifa's in a fucking orgy with a cork in her ass. Like that porn shit fucked his whole life. Now every time he goes to get in a taxi, instant reflex. Fucking check if the seat's wet. Like what? Like why? What were you thinking? Did you honestly think we'd be impressed? Like, yo, Tron's watching porn on Snapchat. Dude must be having heaps of sex. He's like, yeah, they sucking dick with the dog filter on. Bro, are you sure you're just not friends with T-Rex? Yo, I came in this shit with doing my own thing with no apologies. And for some it was too upfront like conventional soccer teams, but I quickly became the one they fuck with like monogamy. Then watch me move past you because I grew faster when the pasture wasn't green. Who's to point in difference? That could be anyone's spot in the scene. That's why I'm in control, see there ain't no copy of me. You just jumping on trends, that's how you gotta succeed and project the image of what you think of people wanting to see. That's why these fucking guys bother me because their entire following is based off fiction like Scientology. They bring in nothing to the table when we gotta eat. It's like that shit flies over their head and they wonder why they living in poverty. From the start I had his number and now we getting marked out. You had a better chance winning the lottery. Not even your dress code monotony. This is the closest you will get to a lot of steez. Now I'm scraping the top. You know I got the cream Ralph Lauren based the polo bear off of me. Shit's like I beat depression the way I came out of the blue. This ain't even a fucking match for me, dude, so fuck anyone who's doubting me too. I'll have them eating their words like alphabet soup.
Top of the third. This is for the Rick and Morty fans. So, people were saying that Ted was going to catch a body, or at least that's what his fans said. But the fact is that can't nobody touch me, something like Rick Sanchez. Psychotic genius, but I usually smoke till I turn myself to a vegetable. But it's facts that even in that state I could still kill all of these rats. And don't think, just because you're from a larger scene and country, that puts you above me. Because let's get it straight, he ain't nothing but a bug to me. And I ain't even got to perform, these sentences are too slick. I got this cockroach's body under control with nothing but a flick of my tongue like Pickled Rick. This round's getting grim. You do not know what type of shit you've been stepping in. I'm about to send him to the essence quicker than the Reaper's sickle swing. You're getting bodied. I fucking nuke this chump. You get hit with a megaton payload and I ain't talking Diz getting paid from body. I'm talking Hiroshima flames. Leave the streets paved in bodies. Then celebrate the death of this long-haired white guy like Christians on pagan holidays. P.S. One thing I've always had is that old school game. Heihachi Mishima on that final stage. Crossed with Blizzard the 8 from Primal Rage. And I scissor kick his face and rip his spine for his ribcage. It's 30, bitch. We tighten his chainmail ringlets and I ain't stopped there. Punch his head clean off his shoulders like Logan in the black singlet. Then leave a body buried in the woods like how that movie ended. Teeth get X'd out. Shit went down and I was knocking on his front door quicker than the FedEx route. Looking for Ted like his name was Waldo. Bronson come and answered the door though, so I had to drop the 16 in the doorway like I was recording in a wardrobe. Ted wasn't far behind. Hit him with the type of combo, leave boxes with dementia, then stuff Ted and his boy in a box. All in all, it was an excellent adventure. But nah, if you Keanu Reeves, then I'm a man of Tai Chi. You try to do me harm, I'll leave you bleeding internally from the death palm. Teeth turn up missing like plans to the Death Star. These raps, like when something nuclear reacts. My notepad could power the world like Nikola Tesla's. And Ted's just ass. Which reminds me, you got the same name as the bear in the movie, and you look like you work at a supermarket, Ted too. He probably spends all week stacking shelves, till I turn up at his checkout like Liam Neeson with a unique set of skills, and you end up in body parts in 2 separate bags just for mixing my meat with my vegetables. Big blade, stuck in his rib cage, Ted gets stuck to the side like bad tasting condiments. I turn you to pulp, you get juiced out of nowhere, blame the tainted supplements for this superhero spit, but just marvel as he gets DC deaded kick from the head kick. I cut his lights like rats in the electrics. You ain't no match if I clutch my ride and smash it through his dentures. I see jump in, I got the first guy, the rest dash for the exit. I leave him leaking like Caesar, cause I ain't talking American measurement when I go imperial on your collective. And you are hero, but there's levels. This is Zippo to pyrotechnics, a bag of Reggie compared to hydroponics. And he's been bagged already, but I'ma just keep kicking the body so I can say hi to the paramedics right before I go to the bar and get paralytic.
Oh, yeah. Good talk, makes you guys